Okie dokie, let's check the stream details, check all the tails and the deets, and that'll be nice and good. Should be working just fine here in just a moment. Yeah, there we go. There we are. We got everything working perfectly. Alright, we're back in a little bit of Pokemon Auto Chess. I did it, folks. You see it right here on stream. We're gonna hit the profile, check it. You see that ELO right there? 1009. You know what that means? Check it. Top 2, top 2, top 5, top 2, top 5, top 4, top 4, 5, top 1, top 2, top 1, top 5. The games that I lose, I'm losing with grace. The games that I'm winning with dragons. That's how we do. That's how we freaking do. We lived it, we did it, we got it. So now I can afford to relax. Pokemon Auto Chess, I went all the way down to the 800s and I clawed my way back up. That is how we do. Yo, Demon Girl, how you doing? I'm just celebrating a little of the fact that I finally managed to make it up to base ELO. I did it, my friends. I consider myself having challenged Pokemon Auto Chess, gotten my face shoved into the dirt, and then I came back from it. And you know what? For me, that's a win. For me, that's a freaking win. Now I can refocus my energies. Now, what are we doing today? We're going to play a little Scribble. Unknown spell. Unknown are spectating your fights and are casting spells on both teams each round. Oh, boy. That's going to be interesting. Alright, what do we want to play if we got random unknown nonsense, right? What would be the most consistent? I feel like Wild, maybe? Maybe Wild would be consistent here. We got the Eevee option, right? What zone are we in? We could go normal. We could go Wild. I feel like if the unknown are bringing in additional nonsense, Wild actually makes a lot of sense. Wild does make sense since it gives that global boost to all those wild mons. Like Wild or Amorphous makes sense if the unknown's doing silliness. That's Unknown D. That's Unknown Ditto, right? But I don't think he got the chance to go off. Maybe it'd be better if we didn't win these early matches too fast, right? Possibly. We'll get another level for Spearow. Wild rolls early quite well. I broke my treat pouch. Sorry to hear about that. This is a better mon that gives us even more synergy with Wild, which is very nice. Show me one more Wild mon. I know I'm rolling down in a way that I probably shouldn't be, but Lickitung is so worth it. Lickitung is so worth an early get there. Okay, that's item component. That was Unknown I. Yeah, if anybody didn't take the first fight too fast and got Unknown D happening, they are very happy campers. We can afford to buy into this to put Lickitung in, I think. Just because having Wild 4 is just such a power spike for the first round of PvP, we'll see. So what happened to your treat pouch? What'd you do? What did you do? Alright, Unknown D. Come on, Unknown D. Go off, my friend. Can you get the power you did? That gives us a Ditto. That gives us a Ditty friend. Okay. Now, what are we going to do with Ditto? What did Ditto do? What did Ditto do? What did he Ditto do? Okay. We got that. We got what? What do I want here? We don't necessarily need... I mean, Crit's not bad. Crit's not bad with Wild since they're hitting so often, right? It kind of depends on what a unique is, though. Now, I could get Meowstic up on the take already, which is not a bad mon. I'd rather save it and try to get Licky on. Rattata's not staying, so you know what? Rattata, you can hold these items. And you do rat things. Rat strats on board. Strap ripped off of both sides. Sorry to hear it. Happened to many a backpack on my watch. I apologize. That is painful. We got a Buggin team. I think we attack fast enough to deal with Buggins. Should be able to deal with Mick Buggins. What was that? Another Unknown D? Yo, the unknowns are actually throwing massive hands. And for wilds, there's just so many that you tend to get a plethora of them without being able to evolve them. This is evolution. This is evolution indeed. I think we want more water. Get more PowerPoint generation. Do we want to pivot towards flying? I don't think so. I think we want to keep the whole wild synergy going. Now we could go and get Fearow and Meowstic online just to get more wild synergy, but I really don't want to waste any points on a Fearow. I really don't. There's more rat strats. That could be something. Show me more wild mons. Come on. I'm willing to roll down to get Fearow online. We'll take that. Yeah. There's that's a baby team, but also Rock and Sphere. I don't 100% know what they're doing. Alright, we got unknowns going off. I think the unknown might have done the baby team more favors than it did for us. But that Jigglypuff, wow, we lost the baby team. We lost the freaking tiny, stinky baby team. Disgusting. Disgusting. Disconcerting. Alright, find me young Lickitung, although this is actually a really good unit. Might be worth it to pump the unknown breaks into that rather than even rolling down for something else. Poochyena, that thing is worth saving up for. As a matter of fact, Mightyena might be worth getting right now. That is a rare tier unit, right? And Fearow kind of sucks. You know what? We play through this fight, see what happens with the unknown randomness, and see what we can do. But yeah, Rat Strats is gonna be increasing its speed. The unknowns are actually breaking the game. Don't think Rat Strats is gonna be going fast enough to actually get through this. Oh, this thing gave us a bunch of unknowns to use. Roll is decent. W is even better. In W again, can we get both of these dudes like in? Here's the question: can we get both the W's in and alive? We will sell the Fearow. We'll grab the Poochyena, and we'll put both of the W's in and hope that this front line holds long enough for us to do what we gotta do. Shiny Charm on Lickitung actually makes a bunch of sense. And you know what? I will. Oh, I was gonna bulk that thing out a little bit. Hopefully our unknowns throw enough hands where we ain't worried about winning. We are worried about casting, though. Alright, they both got off their abilities. Yeah, I think I had too much on the bench. Why did it give me Goldeen? You're not wild. Why would it give me Goldeen? Weird. Alright. We'll throw that in. The unknowns did nothing. They were trash. I can't believe the treat pouches are $15. That does sound quite expensive. Alright, we'll throw this on Lickitung. We don't care about the Staryu per se. Persnickety. We will get... I mean, we could do better than Houndoom, right? We could do better than Doom. We'll place you in. We'll place you in. I think we just let Wild 5 ride for the time being. Rat Strats should probably go where the bird is going so that he can get strong enough to maybe do something. Don't think Rat Strats is gonna be able to be enough here, but we'll try. Yeah, we are taking big AoE damage from the big pig. Do manage to get through a lot of nonsense, not enough to get through all of it. Not enough to get through everything. Yeah, we're playing the slow game, the long con here, but we'll figure it out. Yeah, sorry about your whole strap situation, though. Alright. 25. Is this enough to justify to go up for another wild portal? And you know what? I think it absolutely is. And now we're looking for one more Wildmon. We do get it. And we can throw Tailo. And Tailo, to get to Swallow, again, it might be worth it. Might freaking be worth it. Tough to say, but Wild 6 Flying 2 definitely gives us some advantages. I'm waiting for something crazy, like, oh geez, what do I want? I wouldn't mind maxing out, like... I wouldn't mind maxing out Mankey, actually, getting Primeape early to get towards Annihilate. Wouldn't be real bad, and the moment that we get it, I can go ahead and use it, so... Unknown, are you gonna go off before I deal with the GDOS? No, you are not. Yeah, I think I turned Lickitung into Shiny, I believe, because that thing being bulky is just helpful. Just pure assistance there. Alright, Wild 6 is on board. Should be plenty of wild portals for us to choose from. They're all on the other side of the globe. Hopefully nobody wants the bug Psychic Portal. They did. We got it instead, though. That's actually a decent bug. That's actually a very decent bug for us. Now, the question is, what are we replacing? Do we replace Rat Strats? We actually get Zeraora as our dude. That means Rat Strats, you are going home. Zera, you are in. You are critting like crazy. Now the question is, do we max any of this out, or do we let it ride? And the answer to that is, I don't know. We have these Ditto. They are good. Mightyena is a decent unit. Licky is probably a frontline tank. I don't know, man. I don't know. I think Spinarak is distinctly more useful than the Esper, at least until it evolves. So Spinarak goes in. I think we let this ride for the time being. And hopefully the Unknown cast in our favor. We shall see. Alright, Poochyena is in the background. Unknown ends, doing unknown things. I forget what N does. Zera is slapping him. Doesn't quite have enough to get through. Yeah, I don't know what Unknown N does. That one, I do not know. Alright, show me more Wildmons. That is almost convincing me that I need to do something. And then that's a good Wildmon. Are any of you uncommon? You're uncommon, you can go away for the Fampy, and then all the rest of you are like rare, right? No. You are also uncommon. You can go away for rare. Oh, maybe I shouldn't have done that one. But it's okay. It's alright, we'll pull back. I'm losing it here. Alright, this on the Licky is good. This on that is fine. Yeah, because we dropped out of our wild synergy there. That was my bad. Get Rat Strats in there. We didn't get Rat Strats in there. We got the Meowstic in there, though. That's fine. Let's see. Do I roll down enough to try this? I do, and I get rewarded for it, never punished. Alright. Well, actually quite punished, it looks like. Zera's trying, but got iced by big nuclear blast from the freaking Wobbuffet. Okay, show me, like... Is there a wild synergy anything? There's gourmet, there's normal? Or no, that's artificial. There ain't no spoons here. I guess I go for this. The black glasses make a certain kind of sense. So that'll give the Reaper Cloth to Zera, which will matter, since it's going ballistically fast and it's healing. Be right back? Sure. Sure. So innate healing, a bunch of nonsense that Zera can do with this. Reaper Cloth, quite good on this guy. Meowstic is a frontliner and a half. Now that we have the option, you know, I'm kind of feeling like putting a little something into Licky makes sense. Yeah, we're gonna make the Licky happen. That is Talo. Do I just go for the Swallow? Do I just go for Swallow? I don't think I do. I think I roll one more time down. We got the Fampy out of it. Donphan might actually be worth the get to. Because we are a little behind. It might be worth it just to get a little crazy with it. Why does Licky Licky have a random spoon on it? Did I put that on it? I don't remember putting a random spoon on it. Not like I'd be against putting it. A lot of different ability casts would be good on it. Soldew would not be bad. We got a few options, right? Yeah, there are a few options that I like on that thing. So I guess we put this in. You know what? I'm gonna do it. I can't resist. I can't resist. Alright, I need like one more something. That's wild, but doesn't really help us at all. Unfortunate. Alright, now I gotta stop spending. I know it's Smeargle Scribble. I'm tilted by the unknowns. Tilted by them. Don't know what I'm doing. Show me something good. This seems like a front line that might be good enough to deal with some nonsense, though. Wazera hitting crits on a lot of its nonsense. I feel like we might be able to do some stuff. Okay. Yeah, this team is actually coming together. Actually coming together a little bit. And thanks to our wild bonus and the fact that a lot of our mons are evolved, we shouldn't be in that bad of a condition. This I can just let ride. Though somebody's working on a Clawitzer. Mighty Anna might be clutch here. Mighty Anna might actually be clutch. I gotta maybe counter pick if I can see who's playing what. But Clawitzer in the field is definitely dangerous. We don't want to see Clawitzer doing no claw things. That pistol shrimp is, he rocking the gat. And we don't play that. Now, do I don't invest anymore in Rat Strats. Rat Strats is garbage. Rat Strats, I'd like to play a game where I meme with Rat all the way to maximum ratitude. Not gonna be this game, though. Though, again, it's Smeargle Scribble. There's no, there is no ELO gain or loss for it. It's just for fun. We got back to 1 freaking K. Dude, I don't know how we did it, but we did it. I really don't know where that spoon came from. I guess Reaper Cloth on you, right? You could, it really doesn't do much, though. Not with the rest of this setup. What else could you possibly want? Like, upgrade wouldn't be bad on you, though. You're very thick. So, upgrade or the seed. You know what? Miracle Seed on this makes a lot of sense. Get that chunky ability up and give Donphan that additional shield. Yeah, I kind of like that idea. Kind of like the idea of going full chunk. Alright, Clink in the back row immediately decimated. And, yeah, that certainly helped. Alright, unknowns are going off. I don't even know what they're doing at this point. Could be anything. Could be everything. We're hitting them. We are indeed hitting them a little bit at a time. 41. Almost ready to maybe go up a level very soon. But the only thing I got on the backbench is Rat Strats. And honestly, I'm not really that thrilled about putting Rat Strats in. Not really feeling the Rat Strat momentum. I think we just let it ride for a little bit longer. At least until the Legendary comes out, our team should be fairly strong. Only thing I'd love to see is like a rando get Swallow. That I would love to see. Alright, Drapion's gone. We're starting to work on their backline. Chatot's taking a few hits, which ain't a bad thing, but it's just hitting us for so much. Yeah, Chatot got way too strong. Unfortunately, Mighty Anna just didn't have the gumption to be able to get through it. Apom is not bad, but it's not 100% what we're looking for either. Show me the seed. We don't have a seed. I guess show me ice then? This thing plus the spoon makes what? Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good at keeping the Licky alive. Yeah, I can take that. Boom. This thing is leaving forever now. That's perfectly fine. Do we care about grabbing the Apom next? No, not yet. We want to build up a little more interestings before we go ahead and slot that in. Ambipom would be nice. A lot of things we could use here. Question is, are we gonna get those things? We're approaching the legendary fight, which will be another slot that we gotta open up. But we're trailing behind a little bit in the amount of mons that we got on the field. So we're gonna have to do something about that. Zera takes that thing out. We're getting moved around a little bit, but Zera appears to be working them over pretty good. Ice Cream's doing ice cream nonsense. I don't think we're getting through the big crack. Big crack. Yo, they already got Surfing Pikachu? Are they already 9? I don't know. Are they using Dragon Strats to boost Aquatic? Maybe that's how they got it. Alright, well, what we can do is we can buy in on that, and we will buy this, and we'll throw this in to get the Wild 7 on board. Do we care about Rat Strats? I feel like we'll hit plenty of Wilds available very soon, so it ain't really that worrying to me. Alright, we're striking down the Zam a little bit. Yo, Mighty Anna just freaking out there. Dude is doing all sorts of stuff that ain't helpful. Don't know what that was about. Alright. Spinarak's in. Yeah, we just put levels into this. Yeah, not sure what happened to Mighty Anna there. Dude got confused. In a big way. Okay, so we got stones that we can make. None of them seem like all that appealing. We can make the Razor Fang, which is a very, very good item, which I will do. And then this just makes a Fossil Stone. That doesn't really do anything for us. I could make it and then hopefully get an exchange ticket or something, which I will do. Yeah, it doesn't really make much of a difference to have that going. Alright, Zera, do your thing. Let's see if the unknown goes off. It does not. We get some nonsense. Alright, that's our last item. We do get the Mankey to show up. I do like seeing that. Man, it is the key. We'll take this and we'll see what happens. What kind of legend are we looking at? Legend of Mankey. Show me something good. Show me something I can actually use. We'll toss that out. We don't need that no more. We got for a wild Entei. Entei is our wild pick. Guess we'll bring it in. We can put that there. We got this plus bonus damage from this. Is it ideal? Not exactly, but it'll work for now. And the question is, are we like lasered in on what exactly? I don't know if Entei is going to be enough to really do much. We'll put this here. Try to close in the gap a little bit between these guys. Zera will take the long walk around with Entei. The bird can go right here, and then Mighty Anna can jump into the back row. Something like this. Something a little bit like this. Let's see what we can do. Okay, they got the rain up. We should be focusing the Oshawott before it can get started. That's very nice. Talos just doing some Talo things, and we got through them. Entei is doing big work with the Razor Claw. We got a bunch of berries from that, huh? Heal 50% and the player gains 6 free shop rerolls. Player gains a coin. And the player gains 3 random sweets. That's neat. Oh, game is breaking. Game is breaking. What's happening? Computer's breaking. I got no cursors. What's going on? Whew. Alright. Pokemon Auto Chess struggling a little bit there. For this, we'll give 1 to you, like 1 to you, and 1 to you. Teddy Ursa is an Ultra, so we will take that 100% of the time. We'll buy in. I'd like to get to level 8. A level 2 Ultra is very, very good if we can manage it. Oh, the confusion is nasty, brother. Yo, his confusion procs are going so freaking hard. I don't even know, bro. I don't even know, bro. That Swallow unlock, that's something. Do we care about Unknown X? I don't think we care about any of the unknowns right now. Do we want to put some distance between us and something, or do we want the loaded dice? You know what? I like the idea of the loaded dice here. There's a final item on the Entei there. Now, what does this do? Gain 30 permanent defense, 10 permanent speed, 10 permanent luck. That sounds like this is all Entei nonsense. Already full? Then the 10 permanent speed on Zero Aura doesn't mind. 10 permanent luck. That will save for the next round. Unknown W doesn't really help us none. We will buy into the next level of speed and get like Teddy Ursa in there. We got ground unlocked now. We'll see if that does anything. I don't have a lot of confidence that we get through the next fight, but we've got some dudes doing some things. Entei does hit for a decent amount of damage. Alright. We got the unknowns firing off multiple procs for us there. That summoned a whole bunch of bugs. You do like to see some bug strats. Do we just hold on? Let's feed this to Entei, get a little more luck off of that. Hopefully makes the Razor Fang proc a little more often. And then we can give it the loaded dice afterwards. Teddy Ursa, keep digging holes. Don Fan, keep digging holes. We need you guys digging like Doug. And Swallow, keep stunning people. And then maybe you guys can do something. At least we're, you know, in the top 5 for the Smeargle Scribble. Yo, that Fuecoco is toasting us. How many? Oh, that's a Dirge. That is a Dirge. Dude waited with the Dittos and went straight for Dirge. Dirge tanking. Well, we got the 4th place. That's not bad. That is not bad for a Smeargle Scribble. Let's do another one. You know, these are fun. These are fun. They're different. I do like those. I wouldn't mind doing another unknown run. Wouldn't mind it not one bit. Yeah. Yeah. Let's do another Smeargle Scribble. See if we can't do something else. There's like weird econ games that you can play with these. There's fun. I should have waited on the Dittos, but I mean it's nonsense. It's fun, right? Should have waited for the Primate though. Because I think you can get the achievement for Smeargle Scribbles, right? If we get the Annihilation achievement, this should be a doable thing. Wouldn't mind doing a mode like this and getting the Failings achievement, or is all of that just in ranked? Yo, Demon Girl. Alright, let's see. We got Lucky Meowth, we got Finnegan, we got Chiquita, and we got Mauricio. Alright. We got a squad forming up. Let's see what these jabronis got for us, right? Alright. But yo, so Demon Girl, besides the nightmare that you got going on with your little satchel there, what else you got going on in life? Also, does it have to be like a dedicated satchel thing or for treats, or can you use like any old bag? Like, inform me there exactly why it's gotta be so specific. Because I am ignorant to these sorts of things. Help me cure myself of my ignorance. Cure me of my own ignorance, please. Reveal to me the light. It has to be food grade. Couldn't you just, like, line it inside with plastic or something? High roller shops have a 10% chance hatch. Can contain hatch at stages 10 through 10. Alright, give me this. You make it stages at 10 to 20 and legendary after stage 20? Oh. So rolling here is heavily... We need to go glasses. I don't plan on sticking with Lillipup, but we gotta go glasses. No two ways about it. You know what? Get Squirtle in there too. Get a little backline support. We'll put something like this. Yeah. Huh. I think maybe... You know, we are set up for Dark or Ghost. I don't know. Both are really good. Alright, well. You do you then. Whatever you need in order to get where you gotta go. Alright, so that's a scope lens already. Do we want any of this? Do we want to build off any of this? I mean, Azurill is always a get. It's always something you think about grabbing. Quaxley is good if we're going for a fighting build, but we're not in the region for it at all. Got lots of Dark, lots of Ghost. None of them showing up in the shop, though. But yeah. We got to keep our eyes on the shop. We could get good stuff at any given point. We want the spoon because we want Reaper Cloth eventually. Ain't nothing showing up here, but the cat is something that I would consider rather than the turtle. And then, yeah, I think we just let this ride for now. You know what? But before we do that, we do make this. I was going to save it for a Reaper Cloth, but, you know what? We'll soul do for now, because I'm not sold that we stay with Dark. Not 100% sold on that idea. Alright. Maybe I do want to pivot to, like, water, right? We do have water, too, already. Maybe water is the way to pivot. And we got a Lillipup that don't mean nothing to me. Show me more black glasses. Show me more glasses, friends. Show me a crit build. Show me something crazy, stupid crits. We got Descalopop. It's more Dark and Ghost unlocked. Sure. Lillipup, we no longer need your nonsense. That is a Golbat. That is a Golbat and one, which we will take. Zurill, I don't think we're going water. Now that we've invested full into the Golbat, maybe we can pivot towards sound? I don't even know what we're doing here, man. I have no idea what we're doing here. Alright, well, we got a lot of range, which is not exactly what you want to see, you know, but, yeah. Yeah, we ain't getting through that. We ain't getting through none of that. Alright, what do we got here? More Ghosty Goose. You know what? Maybe I feel like playing Ghost. Sinisty is good for just keeping everybody around and alive. Do we need Florgato on a Ghost-based team? Probably not. And we do appreciate the healing. So I guess we do something like this and this. Something like that. Let Duskull be the first one to collapse in. Then let these two dudes start throwing hands. Something like that. Duskull is a chunky boy early. Chunky enough. Alright, let's see what happens. We do have Ghost 2 on lock, which is something. Ain't a lot, but it is indeed something. Nah, we ain't getting through no grass monster Dark combo. Ain't happening. Maybe, dudes, I don't know. We got a rare showing up with Abra, but it's like, it's not good. Well, we could have gone for a human shape now that I see Machop there. Do we care about going full Ghosty Goo? Maybe. Do I care about rolling? You know what? I will get a little greedy here and see if we can find something like strong. Togepi showing up isn't bad. Togetic? That ain't bad. Get him. Get him. Maybe between Togepi throwing out shields and Sinistea throwing out healing, we can like do something here. I mean, it's a lot of shield and a lot of healing. At least enough to get through these guys. And with Golbat fronting, yeah. Not a problem to get through that one bit. Question is, what are we even doing here? Ghost 2 ain't a synergy. Ghost 2 is not a build, for sure. Don't even know, man. Don't even know. It's Duscalopop, though. Duscalopop is indeed a reason for celebration. A reason for the season. Zuril can go. That gets us just enough to throw this thing in. We'll do something like this. Alright. That's fine. And the question is, Razor Fang plus... That we don't care about on anybody. We'd rather have the Reaper. Reaper plus Razor will do wonders for us if we can get it. Plus a Soldew. We're setting something up to be just a massive hazard. Okay. Yeah, we're chunking. We're chunking and dunking. Laron's gone. Although this backline heal core is kind of crazy. Togepi into the Sinistea is like... That's a really good combo. That is a combo and a half. The amount of defense that provides is just wild. And I don't know, man. I don't know. Show me something amazing. No ghosts. We could get Bronzor in the chat for another pair of glasses. Would have preferred a spoon, but you know what? We will get this for another pair of glasses. And then you become a sound unit, don't you? Isn't Bronzor a sound unit? Are we switching to sound here? Yeah, Bronzong's a sound unit. It is. Huh. Maybe there's a sound type pivot for us here. We'd have to roll down enough to find it. But that's also a sound unit upon evolving all the way. But we probably ain't evolving that all the way. Show me more sound. Show me enough sound to get a sound portal. Although this ain't bad. I don't know, man. We are rocking the ghost centric too. I will take another level for Togepi because that could be a pivot for us. Glimmora could pivot Toxic. That's also a really... I mean, Glimmora is just a really good mon. I don't know what I'm doing. You know what? Let's go Toxic. Let's just go full Toxic love. I like that idea. We could go Ghost. I'm feeling more like a Toxic person right now. We will just grab the Togetic there. Yeah, we're gonna pivot here. And now is the time to do so. So we gotta decide whether we're going Poison or we're going Sound. And I think the answer is we're going full Venomous nonsense. We do have a synergy right there. We'll leave those two guys intact. I don't think we're doing Sound though. No, we ain't doing no Sound stuff. Sound body dwells within a sound mind with a sound soul. Something like that. Yeah, we don't care. We will keep the Zubat on lock, because if we're going full Toxic, I think that's the way to go. The Sinistea, it could stay. Honestly, we could justify that thing staying. You know what, we will. We will buy down for this, because Sinistea is just such a good unit that I might just want to leave that thing on the squad. We could go Ghost, Poison. That's our portal right there. We got nowhere near that portal right there. Alright, we got the Ghost Poison portal. Yeah, I think we rock the Ghost Poison dual synergy. I think that's the idea, because Ghastly falls into that category. Yeah, Ghost Poison dual synergy. But the question is, what ghosts do we want? Let's see, only really one poison, or do we go with the poison synergy for our focus, or the ghost synergy for our focus on this dude? I feel like Quillfish is just so good. Shield and enemies in a 2-tile radius lose power points. Man, we go with this dude. We go with Spirit Tomb and we get him slotted in and we get him kitted. We'll get you a Razor Fang. We'll get you a Wide Lens. Something like this. Every time my Pokemon's KO'd, yeah, this thing is gonna stick around on the back line and be the next thing that comes in and gets hit, which is perfectly fine for me, because I don't need this thing to be slapping anything until it's strong enough to actually throw hands with somebody. Yeah. Yeah. Now, the question is, where do we get the odd stones? Every time a Pokemon is KO'd, a Wisp spawns. I don't even know how this thing works. That is a spoon? That is a crit on something's ability. Shield down enemies, lose PP, and get fatigue. I don't think that helps this dude none, though. Don't think that helps him at all. Alright, what do we got? We got Lapras? That's a unique for sound. Dude, they are pushing sound so crazy. That is potentially nutty. What do we even want to do there? Do we slot this in somewhere? Where? Where do we put this thing? I guess instead of you? Yeah, because that's another unique. I guess. I mean, Lapras is real nice to get. It's chunky. Does a lot of nonsense. Spirit Tomb is holding its own, and the Sinistea is casting big heals across the board, which is helping. Yeah, Sinistea I think has to stay. This is a weird team comp. I don't 100% know what we're building here. But I do know that Bronzor is a good unit to go ahead and grab if we can make Bronzong. So I'm adding it back in. I'm sorry, Bronzor, forgive me. I was silly, and I just hope that you can forgive me for my nonsense. We want, what, the charcoal? Like crit plus that wouldn't be bad. Yeah, I mean, we're building up more crit like crazy. I don't know if it helps us. I could send something to train. Like, I got another unique. I could send that dude to train, right? And then we lock in the Razor Claw plus the Reaper Claw on something. I don't even know, man. I don't know. Do we lock that in on our other unique and just... I don't think that helps this thing, though, that much. I just don't feel like it helps Lapras that much. You know what? I am gonna Silver Dojo this thing. Send them in. Send them into training. Put them in the Hyperbolic Time Chamber. Do it. Do it. We don't have a choice. Substitute is gonna be very weak for a little while, but honestly, Spirit Tomb throwing from the back line is kind of doing a lot of work here. That plus a little poison damage. Yeah, this is putting work down. Glamora putting the early poison spikes down is also quite nice. We just buy this thing outright. Yeah. Weird set of synergies, but the abilities are kind of working. We don't really care about the substitute being in. So, Togetic, you're up. Get that flying bonus. Get that Freakadikian flying bonus. And let's see what happens. See what happens. Alright, we're up against the Tropius team. Hate Tropius teams. Maybe we Envenomate him, which would be kind of ideal. He does start losing to the poison. We'll see if we can't shrink enough power points off of them with Spiritomb's nonsense. We do indeed shrink enough. Yeah, that works. And then Sinistea is just gonna keep casting. And Togetic's throwing down shields. I mean, we ain't really getting through this dude very easily, though. And especially now with Meowscarada doing nonsense. Yeah, we don't get through that Quilladin. Like, that thing is healing like there's no tomorrow. Holy moly, what were the heal stats on that thing? We just didn't do any damage to it whatsoever, I guess. Now, the question is, do we get aggressive with our rolls here to try to get something? And I think we don't have a choice. That was Azelf. I should have just grabbed that. Why did I not grab that? I'm so not used to seeing that thing. Yo, this mode is weird. Show me more uniques. Show me something. It's like decent, but I've already got Togetic. I'm not really that worried. Yo, I am so not used to seeing uniques show up in the shop. That's some crazy freaking work. Alright, but Lapras will come back, get a sound bonus on it. We got our option of charcoal, water, or seed. We take water here. We take water 100% of the time. Now, the question that is what it is. What do we want to do with these guys? And that's Psychic Poison. We could get up to Poison 2 with that thing. Or more Poison Synergy. What other Poison Pokemon do we want? Don't care about Bug. Don't care about Electric. Do we care about Grass? No, we want like Ghastly. Ghastly and maybe Rev? Not really feeling like that either. Maybe we want more Ghost than Poison. Dude, I don't even know how you build this. Yo, just get Lapras back in once it's done training in the time chamber. They'll make a big difference to get that dude back up and running. Yeah, we ain't getting through no Stantler though. Not only, what are you? What are you? Is that a field squad? It looks like it might be a field squad. That one's a weird squad for sure. This entire game mode just creates weird squadrons. Okay, Lapras is back from the Hyperbolic Time Chamber. It's feeling strong again. Togetic, you're done for the moment. I guess we just build this out and let Lapras kind of do its thing. I don't know if it's worth throwing any additional items onto it, right? I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, if we had another Soldu, I'd throw that on it. But I have no idea what we're building here. Lapras should be a big chunky boy, but I think that Great Tusk is also a big chunky dude. Hopefully, our T can keep dudes topped off a little bit at least, and maybe Spiritomb can go ahead and do some nonsense as well. Alright, Spiritomb did indeed do nonsense. Nonsense achieved. I don't know. I don't even know what we're trying to do here. There's so many synergies that we've got going. You know what? I will grab one of these and hopefully make Lapras cast a little faster. Maybe that dive into the Razor Claw. I don't know, the Lapras doesn't do bad damage. Especially now with the dojo ticket on it. Do we like plug items into that for the time being and see what happens? You know what? I think I will. I'll slam this, I'll slam this, I'll slam this. It should be casting relatively regularly for the time being. Now, do we roll for the Bronzong? Because that would allow me to pivot quite nicely if I were able to get it. And I think we do. Not seeing much here. That is another unique. I'll take that. That builds into the Poison Dark nonsense, right? So you're objectively better than Glimmora at the moment, right? Okay, that thing does more for us, and it'll passively gain strength. That's Bronzong. That is a Bronzong strats right there, if we can get them. Yo, they're building their Bronzor thick. What even is that? And they got Gothitelle, so they got the hatch. They found the Hatchmon. Not bad. Not bad. And Bronzong will get us more sound on board, which is something. Do we pivot away from Ghost in order to embrace, like, Dark? Or do we pivot away from Poison towards Sound, is the question. I think we can pivot away from Ghost. I think we do. And now we got Sound on board. We can sell you. Bronzong should be increased uses defense and special defense. That's not bad. We'll put you right there. And then maybe we throw this on the Quillfish so that it's throwing its ability. With the Barbarage so it can level up and evolve. Wouldn't be a terrible thing for it to evolve. Bronzong is frontlining. We do have a lot of chunk now. Because of Bronzong and Lapras, we do have some chunky freaking boyos doing chunky things. I wouldn't mind getting Quillfish to evolve. I don't know, I feel like we need to adjust positioning so that thing lives longer. Like, something like this. I said something like this. I don't know, man. A lot of people are probably saving their nonsense for, Sound 3, Poison 3, Aquatic 2. I don't think Gamora's coming back in. You are very normal flying. You're neat. And you'll definitely synergize with some stuff. But I can't justify your existence right now. Alright, we get rid of all that. Hey, what's up, dude? What is up, X-Dice? How you doing? We are playing a little Smeargle Scribble because we managed to make it up back to over 1K. So I am taking a break from the Sweat Fest and just kind of enjoying life right now. Okay, we found the Fuecoco early. You know what? I wouldn't mind getting like a sound-based legend here, because we are kind of leaning into the sound just a little bit here. This Smeargle Scribble means that uniques and legends and hatches can show up all over the place. So, we're dealing with that nonsense. Jirachi. That is our only sound unit, and I kinda like it. Kinda do like this dude into this crew. With the Soul Dew in the background, I kinda like what this Soul do. You know what I'm saying? I do like what this Soul do. And so we plug this in here. Yeah, we got a weird freaking comp. But Soul Dew goes on the Jirachi, that's easy. The protective pad can probably go on what? Is anybody like rocking heavy shield? You're doing some stuff. Doesn't look like it's... This is field, right? So that's not normal. Although you do like have some synergies going. Anybody rocking shield enough for me to justify not using this defensively? Just that dude, and he's almost out of the game. So we can get the protective pad, it's just who I'm going to throw it on. And I don't think throwing it for the DPS bonus is worth it, because nobody's bringing that. So if it's not for DPS, then it's for survival. And if it's for survival, then it's got to go on Bronzong. Third ranked ever yesterday, with Flower Synergy nonetheless. Nice! Congratulations. Alright. Alright, so Sound 4's on lock. Poison 3, Steel 2, Aquatic 2. It's weird, I'll give you that. It is definitely weird. I don't know, maybe I want even more defensive items on that Bronzong, right? If I still had the Sinistea, I wouldn't be worried about it. Alright, now the question is, we stole from time for money, and then we just see if we can't just get a team of full legends. Because they can show up. They can absolutely show up. Uniques and legends and just fill the team. Synergy be damned. We just go for it, right? But actually rocking the DPS Lapras. Actually rocking full DPS Lapras over here. What do we want? Maybe a Wonder Box to round out this. Nope, ain't getting that. Oh, did he miss? Yo, did he do what he did? I don't know. Did he do? We ain't getting. Did we get it? We got it. I think Appleton was going for it and missed. Yeah! Oh no! I just ruined that man's whole day. Oh, I'm so sorry. I apologize, dude. You deserved it. You were there. You had it. And I just came from out of nowhere. I apologize. You know what? I sucked. I'm sorry. I suck. I do. My bad. My freaking bad. I didn't mean to do it to you like that. Didn't mean to do it to you like that. I apologize. Yo, what's your name there? The Appleton player. Finnegan? Finnegan, dude. You have my sincerest apologies. I apologize. That was grimy. That was grimy of me to do to you. You didn't deserve it like that. You did not deserve it like that. Yo, Shellbell actually did a lot of work there keeping our backline alive for the random get on the Wonder Box. Yo, Finnegan's team is kind of looking pretty darn good. Yeah, his team is hitting. His team is hitting. Do we start our roll down for uniques? That is the question. I think we can afford to go one more, and then we can roll down and see if we can't get some legends on the squad and just fill our bench with all sorts of legends and uniques. Synergies be damned. You don't need a team that works as long as everybody can bench press 8,000 pounds. That's the philosophy. Okay, so they got big bronze set up. That thing's gonna be a nightmare and a half to try to get through with its buffed defenses. Yeah, that thing seems like it's a nightmare and a half. Alright. Yeah. There's a reason Jadar's team is ranking high here. That thing, this thing is just... But that thing's even worse. The other thing's impossible. Yvettal? Alright, yeah, we're getting rid of the Bat Synergy. Bye. Show me another super legend here. We'll get through this, and then, yeah, show me more super legends. I will absolutely take all the legendaries. That keeps us at Sound 3, Steel, and Aquatic. We're almost at the point where we could slot Dark in. As a matter of fact, we could add the Dino just to get Dark and remove the Ivysaur, which I think is the play here. Yeah, and we'll just stack more legends on the team. Is it sensible? No. Is it reasonable? Absolutely not. The Dust Stone guarantees us synergy with something, right? That does guarantee us some sort of synergy with something. Alright, so that means this dude is no longer necessary. This thing doesn't need to come in either. Let's find something gloriously, stupendously stupid. That's a Ditto. We'll take it. Probably can't use it for much, but Jangmo is interesting. Blacephalon, that is another legend. Didn't quite get it in time. Maybe we get through this and then we throw that in there too. Yo, this mode is silly. This mode is silly and a half, and I love everything about it, and we are definitely donezo here. We ain't getting through All of that nonsense. It's like... There's a mix of wild and field and all sorts of stuff. Third place ain't bad, though. Yo, Smeargle's scribbles are just weird. And I'm enjoying them. Feels good to be playing for fun rather than having to sweat. Man, some of those games were so freaking sweaty, man. Oh my gosh. Yo, auto chess was starting. I was sleeping, breathing, and eating auto chess. Yeah, I was living the low life. But a couple of good games back to back, some luck, some decent synergies, and I was able to at least take a couple of second place runs in a row. And that, this is Comp Smeargles, by the way. Okay. Alright, so I need to see what do we got for boosties. How many have we unlocked so far? We got 2 boosties? Yeah. Yeah. Alright. I like it. I do like it. Coughing you? I don't know what's going on in the in-game chat right now. There is some stuff happening, and alright, are we good? What? Excuse me? What on earth was that just shuffle going on there? Okay. Now we're in it. Give us something weird. Give me a really weird rule set. Give me a never before seen Smeargle Scribble. Go crazy with it. Give me, like, every other mon you add to the field is transformed into a random mon, and, it's, either a baby mon or a legendary. Do something weird with me. Go crazy. Absolutely give me something. Alright. Yo, the dude having Shout in his name and having Guzzlord as his avatar? Actually meta. Actually meta. Let's see what else we got. We got a Quilladin, we got a Slitherwing, we got a Shadow Mewtwo, we got a Roaring Moon, we got me rocking the Why Not, because why not, friends? Why not, indeed. We got a Lilligant, and then, oh my gosh, it's one of the psychic babies of the lake. There's Mesprit, Azelf, and Uxie. Now, which one are you? Feel like that's Mesprit, right? Because Azelf is the one with the triangle-shaped dome, and then Uxie's the pink one. So, Mesprit? It's gotta be Mesprit, right? I don't know. I don't remember the Lake Trio. I've never particularly enjoyed that particular set of psychic babies. There are many psychic babies in Pokemon. The Lake Trio of psychic babies has never been my favorite. They keep showing up, though. Legends Arceus, they're making appearances. You know, I never played the Hyperspace Hole in Legends ZA, so I don't know. Do the psychic babies appear there? I kind of got locked in grinding for Shiny Aerodactyl and sort of let the rest of the game fly by without actually playing it. I haven't seen the ending of ZA yet because I've just been holding A for Aerodactyl. A for Aerodactyl. Being about that Aerodactyl lifestyle. I need a shiny Aerodactyl for champions. I refuse to lose without one. Could just rock the Pokemon Go when they're doing another fossil event and try to grind a whole bunch of Aerodactyl raids out of the book, but like I want the authentic experience. If you get a shiny from a Go raid, it's like, it's nice and all, but it ain't the same. It ain't the same as the authentic shiny. Mispirit's the pink one. Alright, that's Uxie. Okay, sure. Freaking all psychic river babies, as far as I'm concerned. Psychic lake river babies. Alright. And Mew already had the Psychic River Baby on lock. Alright, this is the High Roller again. This is High Roller again. Okay, what do we want to build out of this? Maybe, Psychic's not bad. We ain't really got anything in the shop to complement it, but we had a Morph. Early on, Metapod stats are just decent, so if we can get that. What kind of realm are we in? We're in a water realm of all things. Could get Vaporeon. Water teams tend to get very, very bulky. And the Eevee benefits from sticking around a lot. So you know what? We play water. We play water 100% of the time. Go, Caterpie, use Cata things to do Cata stuff. I believe in you, Caterpie. You will always be my best friend to the end. I will be with you where we'll go. Something to see us through, etc., etc. Yo, the original Pokemon anime, though, that had a banger of a soundtrack. It really did. And then they had Pokemon Johto, and my brain was blown as a child. Pokemon Johto shattered my perception of reality. Okay, this is actually a decent squadron. You know what? We don't need bugs no more. We don't need bugs. I would love... You know what? I will roll once. We did not get another water. I was hoping we would get water to round out and start fishing immediately. Did not get it. I'm only willing to waste one shot on that. You only get one shot. Do not miss your chance to not get water. Unfortunate that the first round does not give us water like at all. But this does. That is a Watermon that we can go ahead and throw there for the time being. At the very least, we get this started. And we keep rocking. We keep rocking this way. Why not? Oh, alright, 0 through 10 is Hatch territory. Tepig is a Hatchmon. You know what? I mean, is it worth grabbing that thing for the back line? We don't have to stick with water. And fighting is quite nice. And that is a fighting comp started right there, right? What do we want? We don't want the Grass Coronet. We want the Mystic or not, I guess. We don't want the Mystic nothing. I guess I'll take a Magnet. Yeah, because we could go with the Fighting comp instead, which is also quite good. Kind of waste the Eevee pick if we go full Fighting. But also, Embo is real nice. Yeah. More attack the user has compared to the target. That is so freaking good, man. I think we let the water team ride for just a little bit here. And then, yeah, we look for an opportunity to maybe swing with Tepig. Okay, early ground team, and they got the Sandile. That's gonna suck to be up against. Luckily, Mudkip stalls for days. Okay, we get through... Do we get through that? We do. Early water. Just dipping the sand in, making a sandcastle. Not bad. Not bad. There's Quaxley. I mean, we're building a squad that could potentially go fighting, right? Ability power. That is progress towards a King's Rock or something. That's progress towards AV. You know what? I'm going to go with the Seed for now. I hesitate to add things that could make a squadron more annoying. But you know what? This works. That is at least somewhat of a fighting squadron already. Gets us fighting 3 on board. We don't really have much else that we can put in, right? No, the rest of this is water nonsense. We need at least one more fighting mon. But I can get our monetary situation back up to decent levels, right? Yo, Chimchar, maximum jealousy, my friends. Maximum jealousy that you're rocking the Char. Also, they have their own Tepig. No good sons of guns, huh? Well, you're building fire, I'm building fighting. Fighting, though, doesn't really do great against the true damage that fire likes to billow out. I need... that was Torchic. Why did I do that? Why did I switch that up? Because I didn't recognize it. That's why. Because I'm stupid. This could go into Hisuian Lilligant. I don't know the region for that, though. That's not this region, right? No. No, it is not. Yo, show me Chespin. That's a fighting mon. That'll get us a portal. That's all I'm looking for, is to guarantee us a fighting portal of some kind. Yeah, don't matter if we get the early wins or not. I just want to guarantee a portal. Ain't nothing worse than not getting a portal of any kind. Yo, but these early teams, double dragons. All stacked up dragons, actually. Yeah, that's dangerous. We'll throw this thing in. We ain't rocking the EVs no more. Don't need it. Don't need it. Get that trash out of here. Now, the question is, we know this thing will level up. It needs attack. That means we need charcoal-based items, right? Because that's Gracidia flower, though Gracidia's not bad. Gracidia ain't bad, especially if Quaxley can get stacked up. If we get that to Quackable, then I make the Gracidia and I throw it on the Scrags there and have them jump in. And then yeah, we do something like that. I don't mind that idea. That idea doth not disinterest me. Thinking about it. Okay, we got Scrags online already. And we got Makuhita. Give me all of this nonsense all at once. We put this dude in. Then we definitely make the Gracidia. That's gonna happen 100% of the time here. And then Makuhita likes to be a thick dude, right? Because you want to live to cast Confusion as much as you possibly can. So, like, Sticky Bob on you makes sense. And then, like, man, if we could get Razor Fang onto you, it might be actually quite good. If we can get more crit on this dude, like a Reaper Cloth into that Heat Crash, might not be a bad idea. Yeah, but we want charcoal-based items on you a lot. Like, the boosted speed is nice, but we want charcoal-based stuff on you. Okay, Scrags is doing work, but the ice team... It's not even an ice team, it's just a couple of ice dudes throwing down some nonsense. Yo, just frozen out. Alright, so we got that dude on board. This is our last chance to find an Eggmon. Do we care about any other Eggmons, though? Is the question. Kind of say the answer is probably not. Probably don't care about Eggmonly there. Yo, Shroomish? Are you in the pool? And Pancham? At least the Pancham is. That's another decent fighting mon that we could be looking for. Yeah, and then we get the Fighting Dark Synergy close to being going off. I mean, it's not bad. Alright, let's see if we can actually get a Fighting Portal and try to do something with this. It's not bad. Oh, that is a unique off of the get. We get him. Okay, we want to grab this Fighting Portal. We could pivot towards Wild now. That is almost good enough to pivot towards Wild entirely. Tauros is so good. I don't even know, dude. What could we get? What could we get that... Are you kidding me? Are we going double freaking Dragon Tauroses? I have to. You know I have to. I didn't want to do it like this. I didn't. I swear I didn't. But we got the double Tauros. You know I'm rocking double Tauros. You know I had to. That I had no choice. You know I had to. You know it's not Bull. You know it was never Bull. Got the double freaking Tauros, man. This is most interesting. I don't even know how we what we do with this. You know what? I will just get this in, get Torchic in. I don't care what's happening anymore. It don't matter to me. We just need lines to do stuff. I have no idea what bull Oni we are doing, but we're rocking double bulls now. Yo, we got bulls for days. Okay, the double Toro spilled. In what world? Doing the double Toros, my friends. That is how we rock. This is a decent mon there. Dude, what do we want? We want charcoal-based stuff for the Tepig, right? Could also go speed-based nonsense, right? Magnet is just decent here. You become the Sneasler, right? Sneasler is also quite a good mon. And when I think we lock in, we need to build some equity here. So we get like that going. We don't care about Quaxley anymore. Quaxley means nothing to me. The loaded dice. Alright, which of these Tauros has bigger attack? They're both equal. Which one has better defense? Are they identical in that too? So what do you guys do that's like different? Destroy barriers. Destroy barriers. I don't even know what these guys do that's different. Other than one benefits from wild, and the other one benefits from also wild. One benefits from fighting, one benefits from that. Maybe the one that benefits from fighting is like more important for us. We'll rock this for now. Loaded dice seems like a decent option. That is a charcoal-based item right there. Then we'll just need to get something on it, like a flame orb, the heat crash on the Tepig, or like some crit damage. I don't care, but whatever it is, I think we give the Paldean Tauros the loaded dice, and I think we shift everything over by one, just to give our dudes the ability to skirt by and all join the fray at once. This seems like a play. And then we just let this ride. But yeah, that's the double bull damage. Yo, you got it. Okay, you got it. I heard you got it like that. But do you got it like double bull damage, though? Double bulldozing, dude. Do you got double bulldozing? That is the question. Yo, this is just maximum levels of silliness. Yo, if the Dunsparce digs, if you're opposing the Dunsparce digs on your side of the field, does it actually destroy the item underneath? Yo, does the Dunsparce actually counter opposing ground type teams? Is that a thing? Because I was thinking about it. It destroys on your side of the field. Does it also destroy artifacts underneath the opposing side of the field? Oh, if so, that's dirty, dude. And I'm not just talking about the dirt that Dunsparce is flinging around. Yo, that is dirty, though. Alright. Trying to get through a Sliggoo there. We know Shelgon's got big base stats. We got the Charmeleon doing Char nonsense. No, that's a Zardy B. I'm sorry, that ain't no Charmeleon. That is a Zardy B. Alright, Emboar's fully on the docket. I think we let this ride for more interest. Alright. Yeah, that's fine. We got the shinies here. Does that mean this is going to be a harder fight? I think Double Bull takes it, though. I think Double Bull, Big Pig. Yo, we got the farm here. We got Farmer Scrafty with the two bulls on the field. We got the chicken, we got the pig, and we got the farmhand Makuhita. We got the full barnyard squad. Okay, that is interesting. This is certainly interesting. The Dynamax band immediately appeals to me to make something on this team just super heavy. But Holder not counting for team size could also be really, really good. But who do I give that to? Somebody who I don't care about not holding any other items, right? Probably Makuhita, honestly. Yeah, probably you. You don't count anymore, which means that I can throw in, like, the Sneasler here, right? Put the Sneasler in. Put him in there! Yeah, and we'll see if we can slot, like, an additional monster or something in. Get sponsored by Monster Energy. Let's do it. Alright, Sneasler. Let's get in there and do some damage. The Raging Bull takes that nonsense out. Okay, so we're up against the other Embor team. Oh my gosh, what? Dude, freaking... Why does this thing have AoE? Or was that, what detonated? Excuse me? Alright, that is Hariyama on the docket, which we will go ahead and take. 100% of the time I'll take Hariyama. This thing is interesting. It doesn't synergize with anything, but it could be fun nonsense in the back row. That is interesting. Does it synergize? No. Will I buy down to be able to use it right away? Abso-freaking-lutely. Just because it makes so much nonsense happen. Yeah. Chatot, absolutely throwing down the confusions can change the state of a game. If the opposing team ain't ready for it, Chatot does work. So, we'll just add that in. Is it stupid? Sure. Does it synergize with our team? Absolutely not. Am I willing to do it? You know it. Yo, spicy chicken sandwich, get on the docket, my friend. Let's see. What do we want? Probably we would have wanted the black laces. We did. Can we get those? Can we take those? We can. Give me the razor claw there. Put that on the Embor. Yep. Throw more crits on this thing. Throw more big hit crit. And then we just let it ride for now, right? I mean, this is a silly squadron for sure. But honestly, Big Hariyama doing Big Hariyama things helps. Yeah, I don't mind it. As long as we can keep fighting level 6, if we can get enough uniques and stuff. I mean, with the band, though, allowing us extra nonsense, I don't even know what we're trying to build. Fighting 8 plus some sort of sound-based nonsense doesn't sound like the worst idea in the world. Don't know that we're getting through this Carnivine, though. It is stacking up nice and heavy. Heat Crash does take it out, though. Do we get through the rest of this floral nonsense, though? I think so. Riding on the back of the big pig and the farmhand, we managed to get through. Mr. the Vish. Mr. the Vish. So you have arrived. So you doth bequeath your presence unto me. You know what? We keep Mr. the Vish in the back line for now. We gotta build up some economy. I can't just go spending willy-nilly on every Vish that comes into the crowd looking to cause trouble. I see you there, Mr. Vish. I do indeed. You will be joining the squadron as soon as we have the money to add you. For sure, we will get you in there, Mr. the Vish. Don't you worry about it one bit. You shall join the squadron. Yeah, because we got some dudes that are hurting. They are hurting the opposing team, and the ability cast from the Chatot is certainly going to do work. Alright, we lock in the Vish again. Mr. Vish. Or if that is indeed your real name. Mr. The Vish. Alright. Almost got enough where we can aid in somebody, but the problem is that we got our legendary coming up, and we gotta, like, decide what we're doing with it. Do we round out the fighting? Do we add wild? Do we add steal somebody's aquatic portal? I don't think anybody's got aquatic going right now. I don't know. I honestly couldn't tell you. This one's a strange one. Every Smeargle Scribble is a strange one, which is just something I love so much. And that is defensive items for Hariyama. There is 100% of max revive on the Yama there. Now, what's in front of us? A fighting portal? Sure. Take it. And then we do want to lock this in before we end up losing Mr. The Vish, before we can add him to the squad. Okay, what did we get? What did we get? We could add Zern. We could add Silly Zern. Does it synergize with anything on this team? No. Are we actually synergizing anything on this team? No. Not really. We could bring in Mewtwo from our monster, though. That's also an option. Monster Artificial? Dude, I don't know. Mr. Luzerne is just so crazy, though. Dude, you know what? It has no synergy with anything on the team. We add it. Screw it. We add it. Who gets to come out? Chatot, you leave for just a little while while Mr. Luzerne does his thing. Hariyama, you take that to get a little bulkier, and we just let Zernies just plug and chug. We got bulls, we got the deer, we got the full Forest Friends package. Forest and Farm Friends. Just doing what Forest Farm Friends do. I just need enough nonsense on this team where we live long enough for Xerneas to do Zern things. That is the concern. Okay, we can start building a little equity towards getting another Mon in on the team. We would like to get Mr. The Vish in, and we would definitely like to get Chatot back in as well. Definitely looking to get those two back on in. We got a strong core that acts as a defensive shield, letting the rest of this nonsense just kind of do its own thing. Death by 1 billion cuts. We no longer do death by 1,000 cuts. We do death by 1 billion cuts here. Synergy be damned. Okay, a Reshiram throwing out big heat there is dangerous. That takes up... What is detonating? What on this team explodes? Explain that to me. What on this team goes nuclear? Is it Blast Band or something on something? But you don't got no normal types. Where are you getting a Blast Band from? What is nuking itself here? Whatever. Whatever. Loaded Dice is interesting on Zern. That is an attack damage item. If we could get it, I wouldn't be mad about it. Guzzlord goes in, does his thing. Come on. Come on. There we go. We got it. Alright. Oh, we want to lock, right? Because we don't want to lose Vish. Because Vish has got to come in and do Vish things. Alright. And then, yeah, we will put points into this. And then just wait. We're waiting on it. We'll give Zern the loaded dice. That's a good item on Zern. And then we wait to get Vish in. And then Chatot in. And then if we find more legends, we'll swap them out. And just, I don't know, man. I don't know what we're building. I really couldn't tell you. Maybe we'll get a fighting legendary like, I don't even know what we want to get. Yo, that Zolt is huge. It's an Arctozolt, right? Yo, that's a big freaking Zolt. Alright. Embor is bringing down Groudon. That thing's gone. Doug Trio's just in our backline being obnoxious, dude. I do not know if we're getting through... No, we are not getting through all that. The Barb definitely helped, though. But I think this Arcto's got way too much HP to deal with. Nah, didn't bring him down fast enough. Torchic don't really matter to us, none. If we had Mr. the Vish on lock, though, he would have done it. Mr. the Vish would have done it for us. Come on, dude. You gotta get in there. Plus, we got holes dug for everybody. To get some nonsense going for starting position. Yeah, we could do a lot here. As a matter of fact, you know what? There's no reason not to put Sneasel on a hole to start. Get a little bonus of it doing its thing. This team is just bundled up there. Hopefully Xerneas is throwing enough hands to maybe help get through the Carnivine, while that, no, we ain't getting through all that. They have the Gothitelle, which is maybe the most devastating of the Hatchmons that you can get. We do have enough sizzle here in order to get this dude unlocked. Alright, Vish, you're done hiding. Ain't no hiding for no Vishes, no more. No, Vish gonna get vicious. Let's go. Now, if we can get Chatot in again as well, I would be very happy to throw that in to cause some backline mayhem. Well, actually, our front line holds fairly decently. Maybe Chatot is better than Vish right now. Always a possibility. But we ain't worried about nothing but saving up money to get more uniques in. We ain't worried about hunting for nothing else. Green Orb is an interesting get here. We could make so much progress on keeping the team alive with this. Yeah, we could do something with this. Throw that in, make everybody bulky. Alright, let's see if we can get through enough nonsense here in order to get powered up. Just need to get enough coinage to throw in Chatot, and then I kind of don't care about anything else. Alright, we are going in on them nice. Let's see what we can do here. I think we get through this team. It's a little bit iffy, but I think the Zolt no longer has the advantage thanks to the Vish. Yo, big Vish energy. Big Vish energy. Dude, you can't step to the Vish. You just can't. There ain't a world in which you could step to the Vish. You thinking about it. You believing in yourself. Trust me, I see it. I do. But you can't step to the Vish. Ain't gonna happen. Mr. Vish looks at you and says, no, not today. Yo, his name would be Vish, but he's a shark. Underneath, he is a shark. Speaking of which, anybody see the Goji Center video of Dunkleosteus versus Modern Great White? Great video. Great video by Goji Center. Love that channel, man. That channel is amazing. Alright, Tauros is just dancing, doing a little dance floor stuff. Way to go. Do your thing. Go off, my friend. I don't think we're getting around Reshiram, though. That thing is chunky. And he's throwing out the Soul Gem boosted nonsense. Alright, do we have enough to just go down to Chatots? Well, I think we do. We have enough to go down to Chatots. And then Soul Gem is no longer an option. Wonderbox is, though. Wonderbox is no longer an option. Reaper Cloth or like the Dust. The Dust makes Xerneas cast a little faster. It's not necessarily what I would have liked to have seen, but that casting faster is just not bad. We will shift everybody over by 1. And then hopefully when Scrags jumps and then Tauros runs around, we get a front line that's thick enough that we can afford to let Zern just do its own thing. But these two top teams are very, very stacked up. They are caked up, my friends. Yeah, that Carnivine especially. That dude is a gnarly so-and-so. We could get through that thing faster. That would be one thing. Yo, the confusion from Chatot, though, did end up with Carnivine taking a turn, but wasn't enough. Was not enough. Very fun game, though. Very fun silliness. Smeargle Scribbles are the best, dudes. But yeah, look at the #1 team. Not even really scribbling much. It's just on the back of Carnivine, which is always going to be a good mon, with the Dynamax band, and Gothitelle with the Pokenomicon. Yeah, all on the back of those dudes. Jeez, Carnivine plus Dynamax band plus the Shell Bell plus the Soldew. That is a combo, because this thing scales off of health. Yeah, that's gnarly. Yo, unlocked a new title, a Decurion. Play with 10 units in your team, not counting clones and spawns. Yeah, dude. Nice. Does that... What's that title? How rare is that? Is that rarer or rare-ish? Top Gun I've already got. Runner's the next one, huh? I mean, it's not bad. Where's the other one? It must be a very common one, then. Neat. Yo, a lot of people don't get very far on Victory Road, huh? Okay. Alrighty then. Well, let's rock one more Scribble. I was having a lot of fun with that. Let's do one more. Let's do one more. Yo, everybody's rocking the Ola. Neat. Neat. But yeah, it feels good to be back over 1,000 ELO. Cannot tell you how good that feels. Yo, definitely having fun with it now. Now I can stop sweating so bad. Yo, turning the place into a sweat house. Oh, my old lady, she got me, speaking of salt and sweat, I got these Gimme brand seaweed snacks, and they are... it might be cliche for a dog to say, but woof, my friends. Woof indeed. Those things are gnarly. Like, I can eat some gnarly stuff and have been known to, but this stuff is just... Oh, it's not good. I gotta pretend that it's good, but it is not good. Not as bad as... So, she got me good one time. She was like, oh yeah, you can drink any drink. I'm like, yo, drinks, it don't matter if they're nasty, I can still drink them. You know, I can find something good about them. So, she got me freaking... a trio. It was like it was 4. It was the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse, okay? We had Pestilence in the bacon flavored soda, which was really just like beet juice carbonated with extra sugar in it. Oh, it was rough. And then we had let's see, we had War. War would have been the grass-flavored soda. It was herbal in a way that you could not imagine. Like, you think herbal in a good way, like if you distilled green tea and then you soaked it in swamp water for a couple of years, and there you go. You got that one. So we got the Pestilence, aka Conquest. We got War. We got Famine. That's the next boy. That had to be... what was that other one? It was really, really gross, too. It was supposed to be corn flavored. That's right. That was supposed to be corn flavored. That one I had hopes for because of high fructose corn syrup. It couldn't be that bad, right? Just nasty. Like if you licked the edge of corn husk that had been blended. Like it was not good. Maybe not the worst thing. Yo, floral. Maybe we're doing a Sprigatito build already, because that's Sprigatito off the bat. Sure, we'll throw this in. And then, oh man, the final horse of the apocalypse. Freaking death itself. Dirt flavored soda. I kid you not. Dirt flavored soda. It was a transcendent experience. I was able to taste colors and see sounds. It was unreal. Oh my gosh, she was like, you know when in a crime show where they say that a dead body smells sickly sweet or something? It's like if you boiled that essence down and you just threw that bad boy. Oh, sound synergy? Interesting. Plus additional power points? You know, for now, that's fine. But yeah, you distilled the very essence of death and threw that into a bottle and then added brown dye number 7. That's what you had. Go the 4 horsemen, each one worse than the last. I think I handled corn first, followed by bacon, which again was just beets. Terrible, terrible beets. And then follow that up with the grass, and then finally dirt. Going all the way to ground, my friends. Unreal. I will never be drinking any of those again. I am proud to say that I was able to conquer the nightmare, but never again. Never again. So I'm looking for like, I guess like a sound floral hybrid build? Is that even like a thing? I guess we want Gossiflor. That would be a real nice get. We don't have glasses anywhere, right? And we don't got spoons nowhere. Yes, we do get a spoon. We do indeed get a spoon. Now we got a lot of PowerPoint generation. Cat is interesting, but oh, and it could cast again. Yo, wouldn't that be cracked with Manaphy Egg? Like this plus Manaphy Egg, because it gets boosted after you cast. For now, I'll slide everything onto Cat, but there's probably going to be a reorganization here. And we need another mon to slot in, right? Throw me the Magnemite. Maybe get a lock or something down there. Good old Magnemite. Go ahead, do your thing. Do your thing, buddy. I don't know. It's kind of actually good items for a full-on fairy build. Rather than, yeah. Rather than anything else. We don't have a front line right now, which is why we got plastered right there. We could bring in the Torchic. Man. I don't know. Manaphy Egg plus the elixir would be better than the metronome, and then we could slot the metronome on something else eventually. We got some basic electric down. I guess I could roll for something, or I could throw in the Torchic, which is just a decent mon overall, whereas Voltorb is not. You know what we do? We put Torchic in, it's just decent overall. We ain't rocking an electric build this time. Alright, see if we can't live long enough to cast like some real nonsense here. And hopefully Cat does things with that. Okay. There goes Pig. Should be detonated into the abyss. And there we go. Another detonation. Done. Dunzo. Now the question is, where do we go from here? And when we all fall asleep, where do we go? Do we invest more into Cat? I feel like Cat's gonna get replaced. Sound is an option though. We do have the sound synergy. Yeah. We could go like sound fairy, sound floral, sound off 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, the regional Pokemon Gossiflor is here. I think we want to find it. I don't think we care necessarily about keeping the floral synergy though. I think we want to go full on into the sound nonsense. Which for now, the Cat can keep its items until we find something better to replace it with. But yeah, we don't really got crit set up on it, and without crit, it really doesn't do much. So if we can go ahead and find Gossiflor, I'll lean hard into the sound. Lean hard into it for sure. Don't get it here. I think it's worth rolling to try to find it. Igglybuff is sound. Hattrem should be, but it is not. Its Pokédex entry even mentions like psychic sounds that it makes, doesn't it? Come on, show me something here. Togetic would be a really good mon, but only if we were going fairy build. I really want to build sound here. Are we not gonna get it? Is it like a rare? No, it's an uncommon. Why is that thing fighting us? Impidimp, Chimchar. That is Jigglypuff at the very least, and this is more sound too. Okay, I see you. I see you, friendo. Now the question is, are we pivoting now? Or am I waiting? That's black glasses. That is not bad. That is not bad at all. Magnemite, we don't really care about what you're doing, do we? Do we shift to sound now? I think we can comfortably shift into sound with this squadron here. Wouldn't mind pumping one level in to get Marrow back on the field though, and get like Spirit Wand going. Alright, we don't need Torchic anymore. We don't need the Crogunkians. You're never happening. You're never happening either. I really need to find Gossifleur. Yo, where is that dude? You are in this region. I know you are. I can see you right there, friendo. You are here somewhere, and with 42%, yo, we got Litten already? If we were going for a dark build, it would be the way to go. Yo, what is with that Toxapex? Thing is tanky as can be. Alright, more levels for Eagles. That's not bad. Yo, show me the sound synergy. This is sound synergy. Is it the sound synergy we want? No. Is it gonna be useful later? Maybe. I want to get Gossifleur before we switch regions. Although Golbat would not be against the grain for me. More Eagles. That's big sound. Never mind. I don't need Gossifleur anymore. Gossifleur is no longer a necessary mon for any of this to happen. No longer necessary. Fuecoco came in and said, Gossa who? Gossa what? Get that gossip out of here. Yo, I don't care about no goss. What you gots for me? Alright, that is interesting. And now we gotta decide how we distribute items. That is another bet. We do take bats around here. We need a sound region. We got one right in front of us. We take that. We take that 100% of the time. Meryl's gonna be retiring now that we're down out of the first phase, which is pretty good. We got a lot of team reorienting to do. The cat is gonna go for the time being. Screamtail sound, but I don't actually have to go Screamtail, right? I could go Cricketune. Cricketune not in this, right? No. So Poipol's interesting, but I'm not going to convert that to a sound unit. Screamtail's pretty good. I think Baractus is actually maybe better. Yeah, I mean, if we could get the Goss still, I'd slot it in somewhere. But this goes in for the Meryl. And then, what do we want to do? This thing benefits from being bulky, right? Uses defense when casting before the end of the effect. Yeah, you get big, right? So Barb actually does a lot for you there. And then, like, I don't even know what I would want to put in here. We just need money is what we need. I feel like Cat isn't really doing enough for us here. No. Alright, Cat's gotta go. Cat's gotta go and we gotta put something else in. If we get an Ultra that I can convert to a sound unit, I will do that. But we actually gotta get one. That is Noivern on lock already. We will take a Noivern. Munchlax is interesting, but I got no Gourmet synergies to go with it. So, on that note, this is more shield for Maractus, right? This thing wants to be bulked up into the Oblivion. So we throw that there. Cat can go ahead and go. Fuecoco, you can come in and get this because you will be using it eventually. You know what? That a double ability cast on Fuecoco sounds like the silliest thing I've ever heard of, potentially. And then, are we gonna get freaking Crobat? Probably not. But holding on to it means that less likely to get other nonsense showing up. Look at the spewing flames, dude. It doesn't have much impact yet. Yo, Ash, what is good, my guy? Just building silly sound synergies. That is the name of the game. I think... What do I want to do here? You know what? I buy another water preemptively. Just in case, because then I could do like Scope Lens and Deep Sea Tooth, which is not terrible. Especially because we want to be casting as often as we possibly can here. Alright, so this thing should be up front more. This whole crew needs to just keep Fuecoco alive for the time being. That is all you guys are good for. Zuby is more interesting than Whismer, right? So I should probably swap this dude in and get the flying synergy. Is it worth it to try to preserve win streak by going up to 22 and getting that level immediately? Yeah, don't think so. Not yet. Not yet. Blows out the flames. Just not enough yet to get over an electric team. They're gonna peak very nicely early, and then once they hit 8, they get dangerous again. So we ain't expecting to get through those dudes really easily yet. But we will get through them eventually. Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know. Would be nice to slot in Sound 6. I think we gotta hold on to our money, though. As much as I would love to, I think we gotta hold on to the money, at least for one more round. Then I can go ahead and feel free to dump 10 points in. Yeah, it's 3. And then that brings us down to 30. 30's not the worst place in the world to be. Oh, they got that Poliwhirl freaking stacked into the moon. You don't usually see Poliwhirl stacked up that much. Alright, we ain't getting through all of that Piplup or Prinplup's health. That thing is just tanked up to the wazoo. Alright, we can afford to go down to brass tacks there in order to bring Whismer back in. At least get Sound 6 going. And then we're just looking to deal with stuff. Now, we want Wigglytuff to be more towards the back line. Whismer, we don't care about yet. Once it's X-Cloud or something, sure. This is the silly combination. That is the silliness right there. Yeah, because then it casts, the elixir goes off, it casts again, get the double Manaphy egg, and then it just casts forever. Yeah, that's the silliness I was looking for, where it just becomes a freaking fire spout. That's what I was looking for. Now, the question is, which of these items do we want? And I think Magnet's probably what I'm looking at. And then that's Razor Claw or Punching Claw. Either one is very nice. So, yeah, we want Fuecoco. We want levels in order to get more Fuecocos. That's the play here. Fuecoco into levels. And then once we got more than a 5% chance of finding that dude, once we're like level 8-ish, I don't necessarily care about getting to level 9. Like, if we could get normal on the lock as well, that would be neat. Wouldn't mind having more normal sound available. What else is sound? Nothing normal. So we're looking for decent normal mons. I guess, like, Starly synergizes a little bit with something, maybe, getting that flying synergy, so we'll just keep it in the background. Keep that thing in mind. But Mr. Just In Case. That's another level towards Jigglypuff, but also we got Titan showing up. That's interesting. You are an uncommon, but you're thicker than Whismer, right? Actually, about the same. You don't actually matter that much. Not yet, anyway. Alright. We wait for one more round to see if we can't just get through, dudes. Maractus needs to be even thicker than it is now to keep it alive long enough to be able to do something. So we need, like, a King's Rock on it or something. White Coco's throwing hands. If we can get that thing just a little bit stronger, it'll make or break this team. Problem is getting White Coco bits, which could be tough. I don't know, man. When's our PvE round? Not for a little while? Do we make it through 2 more losses? I don't think we do. Let's see. You know what? More generation. We gotta go up to the next level. We need more bodies on the field. Unfortunately, I hate to tank our economy like this, but I don't think we got a choice. I do not think we got a choice here. Alright, this would give us the blue orb, which is not bad. I almost think we let Whismer lead and get destroyed in order to make Maractus get in a little bit later. And then, like, Deep Sea Tooth this thing. And then this is a Razor Fang, which can go on something eventually. Maybe. I don't know, dude. We just gotta... Man, 15% is not a great chance for us to find White Coco amongst all the other things that we could possibly find, right? Now, this thing throws flames like crazy, but if you get the Ralladon from orbit, that's the end of that. Looks like we're gonna have to roll for it, because the Ralladon is gonna freaking go off like it's no tomorrow. Alright, the Ralladon, I see you, rogue. I do indeed. Alright, there's Fuecoco 2, though. There is Fuecoco 2, so there's a world where we get this dude right now. There is a world where we make this dude happen. That's Exploud off the bat. Starly, we don't necessarily care about getting all the way to Golden God status immediately. Wigglytuff happened. Beautiful. Show me... Do we care about Cetitan? I don't think we care about Cetitan. I think we roll down to 10. There's Gossifleur. Do we care about Floral anymore? I don't think we do. Yeah, I don't think we're getting through all that. Nope. There is too much damage on everything here. Nah. We ain't getting through... That's a Dragon team. No wonder. Dragon, and he's fully stacked up Dragon too. Yeah, that is some caked up Dragon right there. Don't necessarily care about Gossifleur anymore. He's sort of outclassed by just about everything else that we have here. We just don't really have a lot of frontline. There is the young Croc online. Perfect. And then what do we want to throw in? We could toss in the Citadel, maybe? It does kind of add a little bit more thickness. That should be a lot more damage coming out now. Now that that thing is stacked up, we just gotta keep dudes alive long enough to actually do something. So Citadel is less important than everything else here, so we can go ahead and try to face tank. We just don't have front row. Why not put Metronome on Amon and just remove later? I think everything here is sound-based, right? So, can you put a synergy item on Amon that already has the attribute? I didn't think I could, but maybe I can. Sure, I could throw it on something. Alright, we get our option of a portal. We will take the... Well, not that portal. Show me... Dude, don't do it to me. Ugh, freaking Rotom, man. Alright, well, glad we're not playing for yellow here. Because that dude just sent me to the Shadow Zone. What did we get? A whole lot of Meloetta. That is actually just about fine. That thing could generate some fun with this, right? Okay. You're absolutely right. That works. Now, the question is, what do we want? The efficiency band... We don't really have that. Mock ribbon wouldn't be bad, though. Huh. Mock ribbon, and then give that to you to cast. That's ability shield. We do kind of need something in the front line to stack. Which of you is heavier? Wigglytuff? Wigglytuff, you come in and do that sort of thing. We do something like this. Yep. We do something like this and see what happens. Alright. The Croc is casting. Lots of burns coming out. Don't really have a way of getting through the Duraludon's fiery nonsense. Or maybe we do. Maybe we do. Belliweta keeping people alive through that, because Duraludon should have just pierced right through. But we got through it. Okay. Why did I think that didn't work before? All this time playing, and I didn't think you could add a synergy item to a mon that already had it. But you absolutely can. Absolutely can. Let's see here. Do we roll down at all? I mean, if we lose one, we lose permanently, right? But I would like to hold on long enough to get the bat back in. I don't know, man. Alright, the electric team should be stacking their nonsense already. Man, if we could have gotten Dirge, that would have been real nice. But unfortunately, no Dirge. Nope. No Dirge here. Skeledirge would have been amazing, but did not have the opportunity. Unfortunate. There would have been another bat. Alright. Yeah, that Smeargle didn't really feel scribbly at all. Alright, one more. Let's get like a weird rule set, though. And youngster Cabo would like you all to know that he eats dirt. Understood. Well, we like dirt here. We deal with dirt. We fling dirt. We live dirt. And I guess, youngster Cabo eats dirt, too. So, you know, we don't shame here. We do not shame. I mean, you can shame. I do not mind if you shame. As a matter of fact, it's probably shame-worthy. But I won't. I specifically will not. I will not do him dirty like that. Alright, what do you guys got? What do you guys got for me? Show me something interesting. We got Bloody Slayer. We got youngster Kibo, the babysitter. Slayer says tasty. Okay, understood. We got a bunch of dirt eaters going on. Well, you know, sometimes you gotta get weird with it. Sometimes you gotta get a little weird with it, and yo, there's an entire backstory. Okay, dial in, people. Dial in. Oh man, we got an anime style reunion here. They went through the time arc. Oh man, they went through the training arc. And now they're back together. They've reunited at the Hidden Leaf Village. Wow. Okay, we're watching it play out in real time. And yet they'll have to come to blows. And yet these brothers, separated by time, will have to duel each other underneath the watchful eye and the cruel gaze of Smeargle. Man, hate to see it happen. Yo, Leafner, he's in on this too? Yo, the entire lobby just knows each other. Okay, we got the reunion. That is true. That is true. It is different to drink the dirt than to eat the dirt, though. It is very different. Those are two different things. You cannot compare them. That is apples and orange juice, my friend. One more. Prepare to meet your worst nightmare. Jumbo still skins. I don't know what this lobby is, man. I don't know what this lobby is, but I am here for it. I absolutely am living for it right now. Okay. Wow, we got the entire freaking anime arc. Alright, so, Da Vinci. I feel like I played that dude before. I recognize the name with the Palafin avatar. Alright, High Roller is a great rule set. Well, let's try to see if we can't get ice. Where's the nearest ice portal? All the way over there. Where's the nearest ground portal? Over here. Forget about ice, we're doing ground. Watch me get something weird like a fairy region instead of what I picked in the portal. Always seems to happen to me. There is a dragon fire region, right? No, it's fire, ground, and nonsense. Get that dude in here. Let's go. And we'll throw in little Aaron too. Aaron, come on and hang out. Plus Mystic Water, a good first get of an item. Don't mind that at all if you do. So good young Mamosh off the bat is crazy work. Round 1 Mamo. Definitely a strong get. Round 2 Hatch Temple. Can we don't get up to 9 this round, but we will, and that is ground synergy for days. And we do want that immediately. Why can I not eliminate you? There you go. There you go. Yeah, we want good old Tim Pole, Poke conservative YouTuber, to get in here and do his thing. Coming up with some crazy conspiracy theory or something. Now the question is, do we lean into the Mamosh? And the answer to that question is, I don't know if we lean into Mamo at all. That is more ground though, and we can start really digging up a swarm now. I don't know. I am not sure. The problem is if we don't get Mamosh to full power, right? And it's really unlikely now that we had the big spend on Temple. It's not super likely that we get Mamosh throwing big hands as full Big Pig mode. Do love me some Big Pig mode. As a matter of fact, I might play a little Unite after this and play some Big Pig mode. But as it stands, I think Magnet is our safest play here. Because there's a few things that we can make with this that I don't mind. In particular, like this. Loaded Dice is not bad. Gracidia Flower is not bad. The upgrade's good. I don't know, man. I don't know what we want to do with this. I think we can let this round ride, though. We'll see what happens. You're also aquatic, right? I could build in some aquatic into a ground build quite easily. As a matter of fact, getting like bulky Quillfish onto this as my unique, rather than going straight ground unique, could be a play. Okay, Big Mamosh hits a big Icicle Crash that takes out all that. And I believe we get through the Graveler just fine. Yep, we get through them. Alright, what do we want here? We don't want any of the Mons here. King's Rock could be really interesting on Big Pig. Just make it our frontliner. We'd be kind of committing a little bit to it, though. Do I care? Am I committal to Big Pig? Maybe. It doesn't lag for damage even at stage 2. It just needs life. That should help it. We could rock Sound. I'll keep the Minccino, like, on the docket for building Sound in a little bit. But I don't think that's something that's gonna be consistent. Though it is the squad-wide boosty, right? If we can get that going at least a little bit. So maybe it's worth considering. Oh, they got the Poplio? Yo, they got the popular. They got the popular Poplio. It's, and Poplio's available to everybody. Dude, I don't know. Are we working in sound this? It's objectively a better mon than, the Minccino, right? So we can actually swap this right now and just use that as our additional sound barrier. I kinda like that idea a lot. We'll leave the Minccino on the bench for now, but yeah, I think we're okay with this for now. That Swadloon's gonna be thick though, but I think I mean it's got AoE right on its boosted. I think we get through that though. Okay, yeah, we got him taken care of. Yo, that Trico's, or Snivy. That Snivy's gonna get real strong later with an upgrade. We'll have to be careful of that thing. But I think we're actually in pretty decent condition here, just to let the money build up. I do like what we got going. Yeah, as we're digging deeper, our team just gets thicker and thicker. I might have to stagger things, though. In order to make sure that Mamo is always like one behind on the digs, so that it can keep as thick as it needs to keep, you know. Maybe. Okay, and they got Greninja going off. Interesting, on a water squad. Greninja is a very dangerous friend. I do not think Big Pig's getting through all that. Yeah, Shell Bell kept that thing very, very healthy. Stall is not going to work on a hyper-aggressive Greninja. Dimple is on the take. We could go double frogs. Double frogs is a silly idea. Do we want to add more frog? No, we shouldn't. We shouldn't add more frog. We should just worry about making Mamo thick. Making Mamo thick means that we want to add an AV to it. And we'll start these dudes doing something like this. We'll put Poplio in a little bit of a defensive terrain. And these dudes just keep digging. Yeah. For now, I ain't that worried. Would be nice to grab dude, though. Would be nice to get this dude. And we don't need this dude. Do we? No, we don't need this dude. We got enough dudes. We got enough dudes that we don't gotta worry about. Individual dudes. We need that dude, though. Okay. Now, Centrit. You are a rare, and that means that you're probably better than this dude. Whenever the enemy uses their ability, gains 5 power points, though. That is crazy defense. You know what? We're not hitting the interest bonus anyway. We throw you in. Grant shield to the 2 nearest allied Pokemon and double damage of their next ability. Yeah, Centret is crazy work. Yep, I love that mon. 100% of the time. Okay, we got a little mini squad set up here. With Poplio in the background, just throwing some fins every now and again. Yo, GDOS is actually sniping down the team in selective order here. Alright, we got rid of him though. Gary the second, there's no more. Okay, Diglett is also a ground mon. We'll buy it just in case we get need of it. But, alright, we got a good portal off the bat too. Don't think Dugtrio's coming to the final squad party. Don't think so. But we'll go ahead and take a peek. See what we got going. Okay, Stonejourner is our ground type pick. All of a sudden a double frog is not seeming so silly. Do we do that, or do we pivot to like something else? Do we have a sound-based mon here? We do not. We could get Drampa and then try to go for Gibble in order to get the ground synergy back, which is also an idea. I don't know, all this kind of sucks for us. I ain't gonna lie. Does not move our attack into the bar is full. Stone Giant Spotlight. To all adjacent allies at the start of the fight. Yeah, I don't think we got a choice. I think we gotta, like, do Stonejourner in. And then we'll put this in here, and that, like, didn't get the chance to do much. Yeah. Would be nice to have Stonejourner in on the take with, a little bit more light options there, like Mare Reap or something. We're dealing with the ground type Ditto here, and I think we might be able to get this guy gone. We do. We indeed do. Okay. Let Kid shows up. Brion is on. Do we care about crit at all? I almost don't think that we do. The additional spoon is an interesting proposition. Crit is also a possibility. Black glasses plus what makes the... That makes the smoke ball. So we're looking for the other one. In order to gain shield and jump away from the tile. Every adjacent enemy is paralyzed. That could be silly on Big Pig. That could absolutely be silly on that dude. So you know what? We give him that. He's frontlining for a lot. That just makes him that much more unstoppable. Alright. And then hopefully Sentret lives long enough to throw some bonuses on some dudes. Alright, got some helping hand stuff. So Brion's next cast is going to be bigger, which definitely did help. Yeah. Alright. And then double Charger Bugs there. Yo, that Charger Bug's doing a lot of work with the upgrade. I don't think we're getting through that, dude. We are not. Okay. Zato gives all players a treasure chest. Interesting. This we don't need. We can actually afford to buy down some levels. If we sell the Diglett, then we can go ahead and get that going. Then Geodude doesn't actually matter to me. What do we want here? We already have a spoon locking in the other Mystic Water. We'll take this one in case we need to, like, do some real ability generation. Maybe I should prep for Groudon by getting the Charcoal, but there ain't none left. Could end up getting Growl. Not sure how I feel about that. But yeah, we'll move Sentret down one so that we can sort of keep the line shifting. Yeah, something like that. Well, actually, we do kind of want everybody clustered up, right? Yeah, maybe for now this is fine. And then once we get to the corner, we'll reorganize. We have the ability to throw in Mudkip, so we'll throw... I didn't mean to throw in Munchino there. This is a bug team. We should have no problem get through them. Well, no, it's not a bug team. It is a poison team. That we will have trouble getting through. Yo, Seviper actually has infinite HP. The paralysis does help a little bit. Yeah, Seviper with the King's Rock is gonna be a big boy. This thing means nothing to me. This we definitely want, like, in the corner. We'll put Sentret here. Stonejourner can help there. Seismitoad, you're there. Big Pig, you can go there, and then you're, like, there. Got that. I guess we're just looking for more ground mons at this point. I don't think we're bringing this thing in ever. I don't think this thing happens. Alright, Big Pig joins the fray. And what are we up against? A Turtonator. That thing's gonna try to shield up for days. Does indeed get some shield going. Hopefully this gives Brion enough damage to do what it's gotta do. We do get through that. Opposing Brion's doing its own thing. does not live long enough. Decent amount of normal. Yeah, we could, they could have done normal on that thing. I mean, I guess we could, thrown that in, but I'm looking to go kind of vertical ground to all the way to 8, and I don't think there's enough ground sound overlap in order to get ground 8 on board, is there? I don't think so. Okay. So what can we do here? We can put you where the Piplup is, and then, or that. Didn't get a chance to move everybody around exactly how I wanted, but should be okay here. Yeah. Yeah, ground sound is not a bad idea, but I really want to hit ground 8 more importantly than I want to get the sound synergy up. If I were working sound with a little bit of ground in there and we had a different unique, like if this were Chatot and not Stonejourner, 100%. 100% you'd be spot on. But as it stands, I don't think I can do that. Alright, we get enough power to do that. And now we need to roll for another groundy dude. That is a groundy dude. Alright, trap in Shuri and start digging. Get to work! Okay, so this should help us a little bit. And now we got the... Where's the other bug coming from? Did we pick up... We did pick up a bug jewel. That's where the other bug is coming from. Alright, that ain't bad. Superior, proven to be a menace, just as I thought it would be. But, ain't the end of the world. That is an insta-buy. And then we put down a little bit of this. And we keep this whole train going. Maybe I should be digging, like, a little bit more boxy. You know, to try to keep things moving in a way that makes some sort of sense for Stonejourner's passive to go off and do its thing, right? Do something like that. Okay, Greninja's in our back line doing Greninja things, throwing out 800 billion stars in every direction. Big Pig's trying to slow him down, but it ain't exactly working. Yeah, that thing is a problem. Greninja's definitely going to be an issue. Alright, Electivire sells tools. We don't need the Berserk Gene. The Explorer's Kit is an interesting thing, because that could make our... I can't unclick it. But that would make Brion a ground type. Or rather, it's Primarina right now, right? So we could actually use that, and we don't get it. Neato? If that's not in, I don't think we really need any of the rest of this. We don't plug in Ghost Synergy. Flying means nothing to me. The dodge would be decent, but it's not worth the money. Alright. Yeah. No, that dude got us good. Alright, so we just roll that down. Get a little more defensive on everything. This thing can go back in the line a little bit further. Unfortunate. Yeah, unfortunate indeed. Should have most of this dug out though very soon. And then yeah, we're focusing on getting that synergy completely stacked in, right? Would love to hit ground 8 sooner rather than later. Okay. Well, that hurts. Big Pig is throwing some nonsense, but Spiritomb lives forever with this set, right? Can we even begin to get through this thing? I mean, Sentry's helping, but I don't think we're getting through this, dude. I don't think we're getting through all of that nonsense. The additional ability damage is helping to a degree. plus the shield. We do somehow make it through the Spirit Tomb. That thing lives forever and a day. This is Vibrava, or we save it. Do we want Vibrava or do we save it? I think we save it for now. Vibrava would be great, but there's still a lot more copies of Trapinch that we can come across. So, yeah, I think we save for now. Well, the question is, do we start plugging and chugging items in anticipation of what our legendary is gonna be? Problem is, I don't know what our legend's gonna be. Nah, I could just make the Soldew to get the Primarina powered up, which is not a bad idea, but our backline's getting jumped fairly often. It's tough to say. Alright, we gotta start moving people around for digging purposes. Alright, let's see. We can go ahead and move this to like here, this to there. This can go here. I mean, it's a PvE round, right? So we're actually kind of okay with things staying a little bit like this. We'll move that through there. That's Vibrava on lock, which is not bad. I guess we'll put in some points here so that we can, on the next roll, we can afford to get a good ground mon in. Let's hope that it's like Lando. We have decent Lando items. If we get another charcoal from the Wonder Twins here, wouldn't hate to see Groudon. But otherwise, yeah, otherwise I'm looking for Lando. 100% of the time there. Alright, we blow through that. We don't get the red orb option. So, please no Lando. Or, please no Groudon. We want Lando Calrissian 100% of the time. Give us good old Lando. Show me Lando. Come on. Show me Lando, friends. And then we do have enough where we can go ahead and buy into that. We got Lando and Zygarde. Is Zygarde better than Lando is the question. With this much of the board, dog, I don't know. Sandstorm would be really good. Strikes all enemy Pokemon in a straight line. But, jeez. Zygarde's also so good with these items. I don't know, man. Zygarde's silly. And it's a silly dragon friend, right? There is silly flying friend. We go silly dragon friend. We gotta make a move on it immediately. Alright, so we want to build a Soldew onto this thing immediately. That's pretty good. That's an upgrade. We want to switch these two. Get that ability power on Zygarde immediately. Alright. Yeah. I think I could put the other Soldew comfortably on Primarina, though. I wouldn't hate doing that. Rather than... I don't even know. What do we throw all together here? Another Soldew on Primarina makes sense for the amount of damage that it's doing. This thing is carrying a lot of weight with its big blasts. Then that makes a loaded dice. That could be interesting. Or we go for the Punching Glove or the Shell Bell. I mean, once that thing is stacked up, a Shell Bell kind of makes sense, right? So we Shell Bell onto you, and then ain't really anything else going for it. This can move over, though, and so can that. Let's keep digging away, friendos. Alright, hopefully Zygarde starts having enough digged up spaces where it can actually get to full form a little bit faster, which it definitely does. And then Pecharunt's gonna freaking possess us, which sucks. We did manage to get through it, but that thing is gnarly. Oh, that was Onyx. That was Onyx in the shop, and I completely missed it. But honestly, the money might be more important for getting there right now. Should have locked it in, though. Do we want Red orb or flame orb doesn't help us. This helps our front line. I'll take this for front line's nonsense. Should have seen that Onyx going. Don't know what I was thinking. Alright. Now who's eating the most amount of damage? Like Seismitoad's eating some damage. It's not really... I mean it is. It's a frontliner, so throw that in there. Okay. A lot of the board's getting dug out. We shall see. This might be the better configuration for all this, and then that thing there. We'll see. Alright, Seismitoad is stalling the Greninja as best as it possibly can. Zygarde got its full form up. Rocking the big Z-Blast. Big Pig with the Smoke Ball. Smoke Ball has been unsung MVP. Somehow that thing is doing just amazing work. That gold get was also quite nice. We'll throw this thing here. We'll throw that there. We'll throw you here. We'll move this little assembly to something like this. That can go underneath there. We'll just let Mudkip keep digging that little section out. I want Zygarde to be, like, protected, so I'm not going to move it off of the full ground yet until that tile's dug a little bit more, and then we'll move the operation over again. Okay. We're zapping, and zapping, and zapping some more, though they've got actual zaps on their side. Yeah, they've got actual zaps with the Vikavolt. That team is just going to get more and more dangerous as time goes on. Okay. I think we can afford to move this entire, like, scene over one for this. Get things dug out a little bit more. Get that going. And then we put in a couple of points there. Drampa with Gibble and Jangmo would have been cool. Yes, keeping the ground. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, for sure. I missed that former message. Yeah, the dragon combo would have been interesting. For sure. I do like Drampa. I do like Drampa a lot. Thing's silly. Sometimes it doesn't work at all. Sometimes it works too well. Another Soldu or protective pad. You know, protective pad on the frog seems like it's not a bad idea. Soldu is also super powerful, but I don't know if anybody else really super benefits from it, so we'll go ahead and throw that there. We got EXP share. Get the best attack and ability power of everything next to it. What would we want to have that? Maybe Mr. Frog? Make that thing tanked up? I don't even know what we would want that on. Maybe the Vibrava? Steal some buffs from some dudes? Yo, that Magearna, that entire team is just chunking us down. It doesn't seem like it was that much damage, but apparently it was. The battle stats do not detail exactly how bad that one was. Alright, this is Fioret. We know Fioret's worth having. Okay, and then we go ahead and we get to max level. Now we can afford to search for some stuff. Numel is quite good. We throw Gabe Numel in over here to keep digging. And then we look. Venipede is nothing to us. Jangmo is interesting, but we're not rocking it. Gligar would be a very good get instead of the Mudkip, which we would absolutely take. Alright, so it's this Greninja dude again. Alright, Primarina Cast, the big Aria, throws hands. I don't know, dude. Big Pig does a lot of work, though. Let's see. We get through them. Dangerous stuff there. Turtwig's not good enough. Oh, the Suicune with the water synergy? It's interesting. And then we got Pheromosa. Dude, I don't even know what we're doing here. The ability shield is definitely what we want to take for the front line, though. I can tell you that much. I feel so bad letting this go, but it just doesn't work at all with the build that we're building. It does not work at all. Gligar, we could get Gliscor here. So this can go here. And then we'll move everything to the center once we're dug out enough here. Yeah, we roll Mudkip and Dude, what are you guys doing? What are you guys throwing at me here? There's some crazy stuff. That's Gliscor unlock. We'll take that. That thing's nice and chunky enough. I don't even know what we want the XP share on. I think... Well, actually, Fioret living super long. I don't think its stats are very good. That thing living super long could be actually key. So you know what? I am gonna pivot into the Fioret here. Fioret, we're going to give you some stats here. So you're gonna grab the defensive stat from you, and then like... yeah, something like that. And that'll keep you alive a little bit more. We got the Manaphy egg. That can go on Zygarde, so we can cast stupendously. This is a PvE round, and that's already dug out. So we move those guys there. We want to get this stuff as dug out as we possibly can. Let's see. And then we got the ability shield that I need to put on somebody, and the flame orb. Well, ain't that a thing? Rocky Helmet is very interesting, and we can use that on the Gliscor, and then all of a sudden this dude's tanked to pieces. And then we throw the ability shield on you, make everybody just that little bit more nonsensed, and this front line is actually looking stupendous. Let's hope it's enough. Let's hope it's enough. Alright. Throw in, throw hands, throw up. Manaphy egg, charge once on the Zygarde. Charge twice on the Zygardians. 3 times. Don't know if we're getting through Mighty Morphin Michael Vick there. We did. We did indeed. Alright. Now that I'm fairly confident in our ability to survive here, we need to look for dudes. Alright, roll down. Show me like Rhydon or something. Or Rhyhorn. It is indeed a Rhyhorn. Nihilego is rock. You can't quite use that. Volcanion's so freaking tempting. Our economy's in a great place to just roll down for nonsense. If we can find some nonsense. Not looking like we're finding much in the way of nonsense though. Gibby is worth getting. If we can get that thing up to level 2, that's worth it. More Gibby. Show me Rhyhorn. Show me more Gibbies and Rhyhorns. Don't care about anything else right now. Except for Onyx. Onyx would also not be bad. But Gibbies and Rhyhorns, my friends. Terrakion is a very interesting friend, though. I don't think we're making it through this fight, though. No, we are not. Should have rolled down earlier, but a 3rd place is respectable. Alright. There it is. Alright. Well, anyway, friendos, we've been going for 2.5 hours. Alright, I got work that I gotta get done, so I'm gonna call it here. But first, we open boosties. We got boosters to rock and roll, so we got 3 of them. Let's see if we get anything good. We got Dewpider, Starmie, Xatu, Kling, Shiny. That's pretty good. Camerupt, Galarian Zap, a Lonely Meowth, Cleffa, and Teary-Eyed Pyugamuku. I do like the shiny Kling. We got Blipbug, Igglybuff, Smoliv, Druddigon, a surprised Mandibuzz, Jinx, Dubwool, Aggron, Guzzlord, and Celesteela. Aggron and Dubwool getting the aggressive dubstep. Electric, Sableye, Zoroark, Skeledirge. Brother, where were you? Where were you, Dirge, when I needed you? Burmy, Shadow Mewtwo, normal. Interesting. Wingull, Garbodor, and Dedenne. I got a couple of Shadow Mewtwo emotes now. All right, then, people. Well, that has been a lot of fun. Like I said, we managed to get back over 1,000 on ye old Pokemon Auto Chess, which means that I might do a little bit of a pivot. If we're on tomorrow, then what I might do is some Pokemon Champions, try to make a real Sand team work. I'm going to look up some meta Sand teams and make some tweaks. I don't like using all the meta comps. I feel like if you're going to win, you might as well have fun with it, right? So I'll do a little research in the meanwhile, but for now, to my phonies, my mahonies, and my jabronis, it's always great to have you here. We'll see you on the very next episode of the Foxhound Show. Good night, everybody.